Hi, I'm JJ Barnes and you are watching another episode of Creative Writing for Kids. So today I'm going to be talking to you about making sure that the scenes in your story are story relevant. Because it's quite easy when you're writing to get so into what you're doing and enjoying your characters so much that you kind of just follow them. You write what they're doing and you go off on a little tangent. So you kind of get off track. And what happens at the end of your story is when you look back over it, you can look at scenes in your story, so little parts of your story, that if you just took them out, lifted them right out of your story will still make sense. And if you have anything in your story that you could literally just delete and your story is still exactly the same, it shouldn't be there. The reason you want to do that is because scenes that don't actually move your story forwards, don't add to your plot, they make reading your story boring. And the moment might not be boring. What you might have written could be really funny, it could be really entertaining, but because to get through that you have to move away from your actual story, by the time you've got to the end of it, you're like, well, that was a bit pointless. And it sounds brutal and it sounds harsh because you could have written something great. So what you need to do is either, when you do your editing, and I've talked about editing before and I'll do it again because it's a big subject. If you look at that scene, can you make it story relevant? So can you go into it? Can you edit it? Can you put things in that move your story forwards, tell your characters something they didn't previously know? Or can you just delete it? Because it has to be one or the other. If you leave a scene in that doesn't actually do anything for your story, that's not good. Your scenes all have to contribute to your story. They all have to be relevant. So yeah, that is my advice. It sounds harsh, it sounds brutal, but I'm going to tell you a story. So when I first wrote Lilly, Prospero and the Magic Rabbit, which is my first book, because before that came out, I rewrote that a lot because I wasn't very good. My scenes are all fine and my characters are all fine and I liked the story I was telling, but I kind of just went off on tangents, added things that didn't work, and I didn't know why. I couldn't work out at the end of my story why it was only okay, because everything about it should have worked, but something didn't work, and that was because I was sending them off on little side adventures. So in one version of Lilly, Prospero and the Magic Rabbit, I sent them on holiday to Tenerife. No real reason. I like Tenerife. I was looking forward to going on holiday there myself. So I sent my characters there. And I put bits in, don't get me wrong, there was a bit of intrigue and a bit of mystery that kind of contributed. But if you took that entire section out and it worked out like a whole chapter, might have even been 2, if you took it out and never sent them on holiday to Tenerife, nothing about that book could have changed. So when I did that, and I made sure every scene worked and every scene was part of the actual story, suddenly my book wasn't only okay, and it made sense and it worked. So yeah, look at your story, work out if everything needs to be in there, because if it doesn't, it shouldn't be. I hope this has helped. You can find me on Facebook. It's Creative Writing for Kids with JJ Barnes. I hope you're having a great time writing. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you are having fun. It's such beautiful weather. I expect you're doing a lot of stuff outside. So if you're writing outside, I'd love to see photographs of that. Sitting in the grass, writing in a notebook, that is a beautiful way to be writing stories. Or if you're lucky enough to have a laptop, maybe you're sitting at a little table in your garden or something like that, if you're lucky enough. I'd love to see. So send me some photos of you doing your stories. And if your mum and dad give me permission, I'll be able to share some of those on my social media and link to you. So yeah, My Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram are all in the description below. Come find me. If you could subscribe to this video, you help my channel grow, and I get to keep bringing you the creative writing advice that I hope you're finding useful. My 7-year-old has come to watch me and my dog is playing in the bush. So I'm gonna go. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.